What's going on? It's TBC and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella. One of my subscribers, I can't remember who said it, but shout out to him. Talked about what about Erickson, Lubin, and Sadam Ali fighting. You know, what if that fight happened next? Look in the description, click the Facebook link. We having a discussion right now on the page. Or I got it in another group. I don't know if they have a discussion on the page. I got to check. But I asked the question. And a lot of people seem to think Lubin can knock out Sadam Ali. And, even coming off a loss to Charlo. And I think a lot of people underrating Sadam Ali, man. I'm not saying that Lubin wouldn't do it, that he ain't too big, too strong, and I get into that, but a lot of people forgetting Sadam Ali got heat, man. He got real punching power. And he was hurting Cotto, He was hurting Cotto in ways that I didn't even see Canelo hurt Cotto in. I know it was two different Miguel Cottos, but, Kamagai was putting the heat on Cotto as well. But Sadam Ali got real punching power. I mean, that's a gift of his. He really can pop. And when the Cotto fight, he figured out, I guess training, sparring with Curtis Stevens and a lot of those big punchers, that if he sat down on his punches and stopped moving so much, that he would conserve a lot more energy and he would be a more effective fighter. Now, he needs to continue to do that more. Sit down and do more of a calculated movement. Now, Lubin is a guy, that we really didn't get to see perform versus Charlo. He tried to sit there and he believed his own hype. He didn't try to fill it out. He tried to be a go-getter. And he went and got he went and got it. He got knocked out, basically. He caught a punch. He really thought that he was the supreme fighter, and Charlo made an excellent boxing move. And Sadam Ali probably not the puncher Charlo is, I will say that. But, I know people say he's not physically strong, but he can box. That's one thing he can do. He just moved too much for Jesse Vargas, you know what I mean? He just moved too much. And when he got tired and he couldn't move no more, he didn't have any stationary movement, upper body movement. That was all gone. He got knocked out. Lubin could do what Jesse Vargas did. Lubin could put that stick on him and apply that pressure. But I'm just want to know what Lubin's mental and his chin is at. He's saying the right things outside the ring. We talked about it last night. He won the top dogs at 54, and he won the Charlo rematch and all that. He's saying the right things, but when you get in the ring, is he sure of himself? And that's the question. And that's what makes this fight so intriguing. Sadam Ali, most people don't see him as a real 54-pounder, 154-pounder. Most people say he should go back down. I disagree. I said, why would you go back down? And there's no opportunity for you to get a world title unless, you fight Terrence Crawford. And Lord knows, Terrence Crawford might need some opponents at 47. So if he thinks he can beat Terrence Crawford, more than he can beat Lyman Smith and Kell Brook at this point, or he values the Terrence Crawford fight more, and he really wants to go down to 47, I'll be with that. And I could do a video on Sadam Ali versus Terrence Crawford. I guess I'll fire that up not next. I found something that I wasn't even thinking about. But, him and Lubin, I mean, it's a pick 'em fight just because I don't know what Lubin bringing coming off of L. But if I'm Ali, I just got to keep progressing. If he could throw some of them, that heat he got, because he got punching power at 47 and 54. He possibly can hurt Lubin and create doubt in Lubin's head and kind of put it on Lubin. But Lubin is aggressive. He can switch head as well. He's a very skilled guy. And you can't put Charlo and Sadam Ali in the same realm at 54, not yet. So, it's definitely a fight that's intriguing for the fight fans. And if after the first 2 or 3 rounds, Sadam Ali ain't stunned or hurt Lubin probably just gonna go for the kill. Probably gonna lose his physical strength, come in, kill the body, beat him down. That could happen. But Ali, a hurt stake is a dangerous stake, and Ali can hit him with some type of shot. And that's what makes this fight so intriguing. The intrigue is, if this fight happened before the Charlo fight, let's say, Lubin never took the Charlo fight. He took another fight, looked good, and Sadam Ali won a world title from Cotto still. People say, let's make this fight. A lot of people be favoring Erickson Lubin to tear up, Sadam Ali. A lot of people, because we didn't know the weakness in Lubin, even though I knew the weakness in Lubin was just lack of experience, lacking being there with top guys. But at this point, most people don't see Sadam Ali as a top guy, even after he beat Cotto. He's just a guy. People still don't believe the hype. We see him get stopped by Jesse Vargas. People will be like, yeah, Lubin would just tear and walk right through him. And that may be true. You know, Lubin is very strong, a very skilled guy, and most people held him as a higher pedigree than Sadam Ali, but Sadam Ali really can fight. And this is a hell of a fight. A hell of a fight. You know, this would be a hell of a fight. I probably would favor a 50-50. I really have to look at the tape. But I just really don't know where a Lubin head is at. You know, coming off an L like that, I probably would slightly favor Sadam Ali. But if you tell me this guy, you know, Lubin get 2 or 3 fights in, you told me this fight happened in 2019, he looked good coming back, I favor Lubin. You know, if he moves up the right way and get that experience. But, you know, Ali is a hell of a fighter as well. You know, he's starting to learn to sit on his shots a little bit more and be a little bit more patient and get some upper body movement going. But Lubin is an animal. You know, he's a beast. And even Charlo said this is an animal versus animal, beast versus beast. And I think he can wear down Sadam Ali if he's able to get back in his groove and get back in the stride, get a couple fights under his belt. This fight happened down the line, and Ali still got a title. And Lubin is charging and fighting good competition. I favor Lubin. But right now, Ali, in my opinion. We going.